Hey everybody, Frank here from Public Spend Forum, and I have a problem. And that problem is emails. They stink. They're a big time suck, and we're inundated by them. On the other hand, they're not going anywhere, so we might as well write better emails. So we did some research and we found some best practices out there that we wanted to share with you, and we condensed them down into 4 lessons to help you write more impactful emails. Here we go. Lesson 1, keep it short. You got to channel your inner Cicero, who once said, if I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. Although he probably said it in Latin, and since it's a dead language, we have no idea how that sounds. Anyway, strive for 150 words or less. It's actually really difficult to write a short email. It's a lot easier just to do a long, rambling brain dump, but you got to respect your audience. 150 words is great. It's a rule of thumb. Sometimes you'll go a little higher, but it's a good place to try to be. Lesson number 2, get to the point. This is going to help you hit that 150 word barrier. Delete your adverbs, really, and definitely avoid duplicative and repetitive words. This is silly, but we do add these things. We think they help emphasize or clarify our message, when in fact, they just clutter it up. Here's another tip. Try to put the bottom line up front. This is a really great way to respect people's crowded inbox. You can see the bottom line in the preview of an email. You don't have to open it to find out what's going on. If you've got more points to share, you can't figure out which point is the bottom line. Maybe your email is too long. Maybe you should pick up the phone or take a walk. Lesson 3, don't be afraid to be declarative. This is a personal struggle of mine. Sometimes it can feel a bit drill sergeant-y to write a very direct email, but it's actually a professional courtesy, as long as you keep it respectful. Here are 2 examples. The statement on the left might feel polite, but it's really just vague and unappealing. I mean, what kind of thoughts are you looking for? Do you want a critique? Do you want, suggestions on the direction you're taking? You got to be more direct, like the one on the right. It's clear. There's a recommendation here. This is what I'm thinking that we will do. If you disagree, let me know. It kind of puts the onus on the receiver to get back to you if they feel differently than you feel. Now, there are organizational and relationship dynamics that you sometimes have to respect. So here's an example of how you can be declarative in an email to a supervisor or a boss. On the left, it's squishy, it's unconfident, it brings feelings into play, frankly, because you're saying, I hope you like it. If the boss doesn't like it, then they're in a position of having to hurt your feelings, and that's awkward and unprofessional. On the right, it gives context. Hey, this is based on our last conversation. It provides an opportunity to review without demanding any immediacy, because you're basically saying to them politely, hey, if you want to review it, that's fine. I can send it, but let me know. And then they can get back to you and say, yeah, listen, I'd like to review it. It's going to take me a day. And then they can prioritize it based on the importance, or they can say, go ahead and send it. Lesson 4, be actionable. This builds on lesson 3. We really want to use active, actionable language to write better emails because that gives our readers a clear understanding of our expectations. On the left, this is a passive statement. If you have time to review, right? It gives them an easy out, because what if they don't have time to review? You might have a responsibility to make them review. That's not good. This really, in my opinion, just guarantees you're going to be writing a follow-up email pretty soon saying, hey, did you get my last email? So let's make it actionable instead. Give a clear intent. I'm going to have to meet with my supervisor. There's a time frame, Thursday at noon, and I'd like to get your input. Kind of puts them on the clock. It's good, but it's still professional. Another example. On the left, I'm under a lot of pressure. Guess what? Everybody's under a lot of pressure. Nobody's going to care about that. Is there any chance you can do this? Oh, please, that's loosey-goosey. Be actionable. You can be personal. You can be compelling, especially if you take responsibility. This is my top priority. This has my attention. And then you provide a choice, right? You're being proactive. Hey, I can call you if that's easier, or if you just don't want to hear my voice, you can write back. I like the choice that it provides. So listen, we got to think like Cicero. We got to write better emails. It's for everybody's sake, right? Keep it short. Get to the point. Be declarative. It's actually way more polite to be declarative than it is to be squishy. And use actionable language to help the person understand what you're trying to achieve by the email. Hey, bookmark this video. Next time you're writing a really important email, you can come back and check these 4 tips out. We'd also love it if you subscribe to our channel. We're going to be adding new videos every week that will help you increase your impact, and they're all going to be 5 minutes or less. All right, see you next time.